In this video, I'll be showing a glitch that gives Animal Husbandry XP in Roblox Islands. I'm gonna start out saying this isn't really that overpowered. I mean, it's probably faster than farming it normally, but it still isn't really too overpowered. And you don't have to permanently use any items, but with normally farming animals, you have to farm crops to feed them, and well, with bees, you don't really have to do anything either, and with fireflies, but this actually does involve fireflies. So all you're going to need is literally any block that's flat, or well, 4 of them if you want to make this easier. So just put them all together like this. Instead of doing that, you can also just use a chair and only have 1 block, but you're going to want to put the chair facing the block, and then just sit in the chair. If you want to drop them on the platform, then just unequip all of your animations, then rejoin or die to the mobs. Because if you have an animation equipped, some of them will make you just randomly turn or move around, and that will make you probably drop them somewhere that you don't want to. But whenever you're sitting in the chair, just drop 30 of them, because they despawn at 30, and you might want to do this on an alt if you have a lot of auto farms on your island, because there are going to be a lot of items everywhere because of the auto farms, so they're going to be on the conveyors, and some of these might despawn. But just farm fireflies normally to get to 30. This will work with any amount of fireflies though, as long as it's under 31. But just drop them on the platform, or if you have the chair, then just drop them on the block. And it's going to be very bright. Make sure you don't drop over 30, because then the ones you dropped are just going to despawn. I don't know why I destroyed the chair. You can leave the chair there if you want to. But then take out your net, and then just do that. Then you might have to do it a second time, but that's going to give you 450 Animal Husbandry XP every time. Then just spam F to pick up all of the firefly jars. Then you can do that again, and then keep doing that as much as you want to. And you're not going to lose any firefly jars unless if you drop over 30 or have a whole bunch of stuff on your island already and they despawn. And if you do lose them, then yellow fireflies are very cheap, so you can just trade for more, or you can farm them yourself. Yeah, I definitely dropped more than 30, so I recommend maybe count how much you're dropping and drop like 25. And you want to... wait, no, you don't have to equip it before you sit down, because even though my hand's down here, it's still dropping them up there normally. But yeah, you can just do that, and then keep farming it, pick it back up again. I tried to make some farms with this. Like, I attempted to make one where I had the input-output chests, so they were sending each other in a circle, but they ended up just despawning because of glitches. I don't know why they despawned, like, it didn't really make sense. They just went away, and they weren't in the input-output chests anymore. So the only way it will work is if you do exactly what I showed, where you just drop it and use the net. You might be able to make an auto farm with this if you use a macro or an auto clicker, though, or some sort of combination of them, because a while ago on Discord, the devs said that auto clickers and macros were allowed, so you could do some sort of thing where I tested this, but I didn't make it into a macro. So you have 1 chair there, and then you have 1 chair behind there, then you sit in the first chair, press Q like 30 times, and then go back to the other chair, take out the net, and then you're the perfect distance to actually catch them. Then you're gonna get the XP from that. So if you wanted to try to make this into an auto farm, you could do this a little bit more. And since I have a lot of stuff on my island and I'm almost at the block limit, it is very laggy, and lag causes more things to despawn sometimes. So again, this might be better to do on an alt, but if you farm fireflies, you're probably just going to lose a few of them, and you're not gonna get anything in return except for XP. It's a little easier to farm XP just by feeding your animals, but like watch, if I feed the sheep potatoes, then I only get 48, or no, I got a little bit more, yeah, I got 69 Animal Husbandry XP, and then if I feed the cow, then I only get, oh, I get the same amount if I feed both of them, but then I have to use 4 crops for each one, and then the other time I got 450 in the time it would take to do that and farm the crops. So I think it is a little bit more efficient, but still not really too overpowered. But this did exist before, and I showed it in a video where I just showed random glitches and Easter eggs and cool stuff you could do in islands, but it didn't do anything before. because again, you don't really get anything from it. You still get XP if someone's holding the firefly jar and you just take out the net and like do that at their hand, but you have to stay a little bit further back whenever you're collecting it. Like if you're noticing it's not working for you, then you're probably not collecting fireflies the right way. So for some reason, you don't want to hit them with the net, because I guess they get confused or something. So you want to hit them with the very edge of the net. So like, pretend the tree is a firefly. Now you see I'm a little bit further away. Try to pretend like you're hitting it with the very edge of the net. And if you want to, you can also equip the net while you're zoomed in all the way, zoom out, and then you can freely move your mouse. But pretend you're trying to hit the fireflies, or not just pretend, like actually try to hit them there, on this part where I'm moving my mouse at right now, like on the end right there, maybe to the left a little bit. But if you farm fireflies a lot, you'll get that every time. And I did the math, you could probably get around 100,000 XP if you did this for an hour straight, which kind of sounds like a lot. But imagine just sitting there in a chair, dropping fireflies, catching them with the net, and repeating that for an hour straight. So that would probably take a while, and if someone managed to make an auto farm with this, it would definitely be pretty overpowered. But if you think about it, that's only around like 1,500 XP per minute, which you could probably get somewhere around there by feeding your cows and sheep and milking and collecting the wool from them. But a lot of people don't have a high animal husbandry level and only have 1 or 2 cows, which means farming fireflies like this might be better at a lower level. Okay, I did the math, and you'll get about 2,000 XP per minute if you have all of the animals unlocked. Of course, that depends on your speed of feeding them and everything, but then if you don't have that many unlocked, then you'll probably only get like 500 to 1,000 animal XP per minute. So it definitely is way slower if you only have 1 or 2 animals, and it is better to farm fireflies. This gives around the same amount that you would get if you farmed 4 animals, but you don't have to use any buckets or any crops at all. You can just keep reusing the same firefly jars, so that makes this actually kind of decent. This might be removed at some point, probably in the next update, because it isn't really that big of a problem. And it's not even really overpowered, so they're not gonna go out of their way to instantly fix this, like they did with another glitch where you could keep spamming F on cows and sheep to basically get infinite milk and wool, but that was extremely overpowered, and it took about 3 hours or so for them to remove that. So this is probably gonna be here until the next update, and maybe even not removed at all, because sometimes random things are left in the game. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Sorry if it wasn't really that good, because I was just with one of my friends, and he took out his firefly, and I don't think he knew about this, and so I just took out the net, and I did this to it, then it disappeared from his hand, and it also gave me XP though, because like I told you guys, that already existed, and I knew about it, but I didn't know it was gonna give XP, and when it did, I was pretty surprised. I was like, ooh, I should do a video on this. And then I did, and that's why I made this video. So make sure to subscribe with the notifications on for more Islands videos, like the video, join my Discord server linked in the description, follow my Twitter at Telanthric, use star code Telanthric to support my channel, and linked in the description is a guide called Roblox Islands Guide that has all my helpful Islands videos on it. So if you need help with anything, then check that out because it's probably there, but I'll see you all in the next video.